iDiskiTV, powered by World Sports Betting, iDiskiTimes.co.za. Kaizer Chiefs 1, TS Galaxy 1. An interesting fact about the game, Lindo, is that in the previous 5 games for Kaizer Chiefs, the previous 15 points that were available, they only managed to collect 6. Oof. And for ETS Galaxy now, out of the 15 that were available, they only managed to collect 9, of which is better ETS Galaxy this season. So the coach has really improved ETS Galaxy. But sizothetha ngomdlalo wanamhlanje Lindo, Kaizer Chiefs 1, TS Galaxy 1. Ranga Chivaviro securing a point for Kaizer Chiefs in a game deep into stoppage time, in a game where ubona ukuthi ETS Galaxy have collected all the 3 points, but that error by goalkeeper, but great corner kick taken by Omashiane. That was excellent. I mean, it was going in. The goalkeeper had no chance there, but before setting umdlalo akawusibulisile match then usicela ukuthi ubone ndonjalo umdlalo.
Shapuna njeni Mr. McGregor. Angibulise out time uJusta. Ngibulise Mr. Nkewu. Ngibulise the legendary Napoleon Vilakazi. Ngibulise uAteta la. Ngizile Junior T Bobo Ateta njena athi sincenge lento sistriphe kancane. Yeah, for me, in my opinion, very good first half from ETS Galaxy. Congratulations to the technical team, man. Good continuation. I don't see any difference from what Usi Dramovic was doing from the last 3 years with ETS Galaxy. I think there's a continuation. They use unknown players. There's this boy Dlala Emova. I don't know if Ushabala or Mahlangu, man of the match, unbelievable at the back, tall. He's got the baby face, no shy cut, incredible at the back. Technically very good. Based on the primary job which is to defend. I think he defended very well. More especially with Utipris. The only thing Bavulega won where Utipris amesa kona le chance nje kuphela. That's the only time where they broke them. But in terms of Abokabini lapha emuva, incredible. I think Abomvelase played with a lot of energy at center. Obviously ne khanda le mali, obviously uyazi le muntu ujwayele imali, mele ujwayele ukudlala le muntu mele wazi imali ukuze udlale esigubhini riding Shane. Riding umkaka. I think umkaka nabo played very well next to Velase, obviously no Puso. I think Puso is the one who was causing a threat with Kaizer Chiefs, more especially behind. Could not capitalize in the opportunities that he got. Obviously, I think there's a period where in the first half he took a bad touch. The touch was supposed to go in the box finish. You're looking at the front line yabo. They had this guy Otolu, number 9, who for me I thought is more of a box striker, but he was playing more of a number 10. And then Ulitswalo we because sticky le box in next to Miguel. I think Miguel bebam targetile namhlanje. They knew that he's not probably a ball-playing centre-back. Bebama allowed Dutli to have the ball immediately. Miguel. They put a lot of pressure on him. If you check Mahlangu, put a lot of pressure.
He showed.
Yeah, he showed. But I think he played
in the first 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah. Miguel lost about 3 balls.
4, Shane.
3 or 4.
Passing a power center.
And if TS Galaxy were a clever team. Out of those 3 Ebola as he misplaced Miguel, they could have converted maybe 1 or 2.
That's why I'm saying Puso should have scored at least 1 or 2 goals because, in my opinion, should have capitalized. Gegen pressure was incredible. That's why they call it the best playmaker in football because you just need 1 pass. And then you are through to goal mouth, which is something that happened twice, in my opinion. That's why I'm showing you Puso played very well, but I think he can improve, more especially decision making in the final third. I think about ETS Galaxy namhlanje be Russia Shane. I think if Bebas telling Amanzi, bacabangile took maybe 1 second more than before making a decision, I think they would have punished the Kaizer Chiefs. I think they had a lot of half chances, in my opinion. I think Velase also here in midfield, I think absolutely dominated Abo Martin, Abo Mteto, in my opinion. Umteto namhlanje uvelile ngithi ubonile Shane makune pressure ukuthi uyavela every time upasa sideways. Martin, in my opinion, ngifuna ukusho riding Shane. Nangikhulele Soweto ngihlale ngisho riding Shane. And for me, I'm sorry ukuthi ngizoyisho riding, but for me Kaizer Chiefs midfield mele kudlala intwana seSoweto Shane. There's a reason why Soweto kunabantu abayi more than 4 million Shane. You are glorified when you are playing for Kaizer Chiefs udlala midfield. Bekunabo Thabo Moka, abo John Shoes Mshwe lapha yana, abo Esintsweleng as a 8.
Uvilakazi is from Soweto, right?
Yeah, I'll just say
so you feel like you should have started the game namhlanje. You
feel like you should paper 2.
Yeah.
Paper 2, in my opinion, should have started. The only criticism maybe for paper 2 is Guma 1v1 situation. I need him to be predictable. Every time he receives the ball from the right to the diagonal cross. For me, in my opinion, I know that his natural position is a number 10. He's almost like Urile. It's because of maybe the tactical acumen, the fact that he doesn't understand maybe the game level for him to understand how to play as a number 10, that he needs to understand that he needs to play without the ball. But in terms of technical ability, very good. I just need him to improve Guma 1v1 situation. He needs to understand that after isolating a fullback, he must take him on. More especially Wont, he needs to be dangerous in that element. Not every time a safer pass by playing a diagonal ball. I need him to take responsibility. He's young, he should be fearless when I Shane. He should be creating easy into out of nothing. I understand. For me, he does have it. He does have individual brilliance in him.
Change the game.
He change. He's got the technique, he's got the skill. You know, he does have the character as well. Should he have started, in my opinion, today ahead of Utuba? Yes. Because Utuba, in my opinion, besides the attitude, and him being direct, he plays almost like a fullback, in my opinion. Akadlali winger like a winger. He plays it like a fullback. I think his primary job while he's playing is to defend. So Bafana defender in the front. I think he helps the team presser. But in my opinion, they needed the creativity. They were playing against the TS Galaxy. They already had three kind of midfielders. They had Umart, they had Umtetwa, they had Uplom. Similar kind, central midfielders.
What do you think was the idea behind Lando midfielders as E3? And as you go to their primary job is to defend. Uplom, you know, good is a CDM, Umtetwa, and also Umat. But in the previous game, we saw Umat going forward. He also had the goal, he also had the assist. But Namshan just starting with three midfielders. What do you think was the idea behind
I think the coach is under pressure, Shane, in my opinion. I think for the first time the coach feels that he's under pressure. Because I understand he trusts him too, that's why he's always playing him. But to play three midfielders is lack of trust on some of those players. I think he was looking for an extra body in midfield. Jobang Chela Shane, that I think the coach, the first thought, I think that's why TS Galaxy started like this. The first thought of the coach was, let me work on my defensive organization. I think he strictly focused on his defensive organization because the Kaizer Chiefs is the only team that has not kept a clean sheet this season. I think they've conceded in all the games that they've played in. So I think his defensive organization was the first priority. Make sure that you block the direct line and then you use the pace katuba, not to press. If you check the pace here formation, which is a pace, not a system. The pace here is 4-4-2. They've got Lentuza, they've got Umtu as a number 10, and they've got Tuba, not to press as double number 9. But Lala in between them half space because they wanted to use their pace. Because they knew that they don't have a number 10 who's going to be creative in midfield. So what were they looking for? Immediately try and play a diagonal dodge. Try and find Utupris, try and find Ulentuza, Otuba. If you check in the first half, Shane, they do find Utupris, but they don't find him with diagonal dodge. But I'm telling a through ball that breaks the line. We are Puma good run, time run grand, telling a reverse pass. But this is the thing with South African football players, Shane. For me, Utupris, I had said this long time ago. We are fine no Titus. Technically, yes, yes, is better than a lot of strikers. For me, Shane, any time of the day, I would choose a striker who can finish, who's more clinical. I understand that you need to get into those areas, Shane. But for me, you are a professional football player. You are a striker. You train every day for 5 days a week. That's what you get paid for a lot. For me, you need to know how to get into those areas. You understand, Shane? But for me, the technical ability of finisher.
How many good finishers do we have in the league, Lindo? Because even yesterday in the CAF Champions League between Pirates and that team, Stade Abidjan, we saw a similar chance if I Lega to Pris where Omar Khopa squandered the chance, he didn't score. Namhlanje, we saw again a similar chance, 1-on-1 with the keeper, he hit the side net. So how many good finishers do we have? Are we lacking in that department, or is it a matter of players not mastering the basics? Because I believe good. Yes, we can say good goalkeeper save the ball apart. As a striker, that's our focus. Okay, you should convert from there. But
Shane, if you can look at the Betway Premiership very closely, even when I check about themselves, if you check very closely from Abotalen Bata to Abomar to a lot of players, even not strikers only, you will check that we are lacking. Technically, the league is at a very low level, in my opinion. I think there's only even a couple of players who are technically very good in the PSL. And when I'm talking about I'm a technician, man. We don't have a technician. That's why for me, even though Marcelo Allende doesn't score, he doesn't assist, what makes him a better player and what puts him in a different level, I think is because he's a technician. I think what makes the league better is the technical ability of the players as well. Speed is an advantage in football, Shane. The brain is an advantage in football. The talent is an advantage. But what we need the most, which is something that you can train from a young age with development, that's why development is important, is technical ability. We need midfielders that can play a 30-meter pass. We need midfielders that can break our lines. We need midfielders that can take shots outside the box. We need wingers who can dribble and cut in and finish. Shama Alaska and finish outside the box, Shane. We need people to score dead ball situations, free kick. We don't find that in the Betway Premiership. And for me, njoba ngisho ngithi, I'm not only criticizing his strikers because it's only a couple. Like I said, probably you can count to Renas, who's probably more of a clinical finisher. I like Umabasa. I think he's got a better finish, even though as a footballer, there's so many
he's
things.
He's the second best striker.
He's probably one who can finish, in my opinion.
He's the second. I mean, after Renas, I can say Mabasa, he is the second best finisher in the league.
Because even Opesita, when he left to Europe, he was a terrible finisher himself. He was a terrible. So many of them. Umshishi, a great football player in this country, an incredible football player. You check his technical ability in terms of Ukabili Pole Palin. There's so many things you can question Shane. Lodge, footballer. I think, Shane, now I'm thinking about it, I think I can count about 5 of those footballer of the years, people that have won football of the years. Technical, you can question a lot of things about them. Great players, yes, in terms of his skill, in terms of football acumen, in terms of understanding the game tactically, principles of ball, psychologically, mentally. But in terms of the technical ability, Shane, yes, we are good ball players, but technical ability, I feel that some of the players can improve. I think the problem is development, which is something basically I had said, even this analogy that South Africans are more like South Americans. For me, sometimes I question it because, yes, we do have that element of being dribbling wizards and so forth. But I feel that we're a combination of both Spanish players, we're a combination of both Brazilian players. Because if you check out Barcelona yesterday, Barcelona is all. They never ever lost the ball. Number 17, incredible technical ability, and we do have those in South Africa. I mean, that's why I agree when he says he genuinely doesn't like these European coaches. Most of them, yes, they've done well in terms of organizing the team and the structure, but they've mostly South African football. Because if you Spain, Shane, Barcelona with what Hansi Flick has done, it's the same profile of players that we have. We don't have to be big. Mangcheku relays the same kind of board in but they are given the confidence, they are given the ability to play. But they need to play. They need to be given the confidence by the coaches. And in my opinion, Coach Nabi, for example, he comes from North Africa. In North Africa, they don't believe in ball players. They are more of European. They believe more of English football, in my opinion. That's why I don't think he would do well in the Betway Premiership. I think it's been more than 10 games now. In my opinion, you understand that it's also about the quality of the player. As a coach, you're as good as your players. But for me, in my opinion, in 10 games, at least, in my opinion. An idea. What is he trying to do as a coach? And tactically so. For me, I'm expecting to see a tactical game plan when he's playing against a TS Galaxy. What is the tactical game plan? What is the approach? How are we trying to approach the game? Are we trying to keep the ball? Are we trying to play on a counter? Are we trying to play on a transition? For me, I think in my opinion, I think they're just trying to find their way. Typical North Africans, they are looking for a win. How they win, they don't care. For me, another thing is the technical team, both technical teams. For me, I'm unimpressed with the technical team Kaizer Chiefs. It's unacceptable. About winning football in Ghana, Shane. Winner on the pitch, Shane. They can't want to win the
what are you on about? What's they can do?
For me, I think they're frustrating the players as well. I think what they are doing, they're frustrating. The reflection of a team is the reflection of a coach. Those players are a reflection of a coach Nabi. How about Tuba? The way it's because of coach Nabi. For me, the guy, the goalkeeper coach, is sending a wrong message to those football players. And also, you need to understand, a normal South African fan is a person that goes to work, goes to the stadium on a Saturday, on a Sunday he wants to go to church. That behavior is unacceptable. I understand that he's animated. We want animated people. People used to love about Antonio Conte and so forth. But for me, the behavior is something that I don't like. Yes, once in a while when the amat decision then, but not every game where when you're questioning the decision of the referee, you're frustrating. We are more ashamed even the decision he took to sub those 3 players in half time. I understand, Ashane, that the players look frustrated, in my opinion. Whether it's a language barrier, but for me, I think it's deeper than that. I think the players have actually gotten frustrated with the coach. I think he shouts a lot, in my opinion. I think the coach doesn't set out the game plan before the game. Because for me, instead of shout a player, play game plan, game, how do we approach who's dangerous on the opponent? I feel that for me, there's no identification of the little details that should make Kaizer Chiefs a big club.
Well, you've said it all. It's Kaizer Chiefs 1, TS Galaxy 1. Not a bad result. I mean, not a good result, rather, for Kaizer Chiefs. I mean, because at the beginning of the season, everyone expected the Kaizer Chiefs will give chase to Betway Premiership for this season. But you find the Kaizer Chiefs now, Baku number 10, TS Galaxy just behind the Kaizer Chiefs, so number 11. Kaizer Chiefs winning 1 game in their last 5 matches of the Betway Premiership, of which is not good. I'm sure even fans the Kaizer Chiefs, Machaka said it, that they are not happy with what is happening, but they will support their coach. That's what his supporters are for anyway. They have to support the coach Nabi, but we will see if it's our policies in air corner. Kaizer Chiefs 1, TS Galaxy 1. Thank you so much for watching iDiskiTV.